Hello everyone, I am IZZAT Hakim bin HAIRUDIN with the metric number A21EC00033. Now, in this project, I have contributed in the class beverage. As you can see on the line 7 here, I initialized the class public static abstract class beverage. The attributes here are protected string name, also price with the data type of double. And I created a constructor here, a public beverage, which accept the parameter string name, double price, and we do it like this. Aside from the constructor, I also made a function. I made three functions. The first one is public string get name, which returns the name of a person. I made the name of the beverage. And next up, the public double get price, which return the price of the coffee. And lastly, public void prepare that prints out preparing the name and also coffee right here. So in this class beverage, I have implemented several concepts. The first one is polymorphism. In here, we can see public void prepare in the class beverage. In the class coffee also, there is a function named public void prepare. So the polymorphism can be seen when we execute. In the class beverage, the void prepare here will be override by the void prepare in the class coffee. Aside from polymorphism, I also implement the concept of inheritance. So we can see in the class coffee, it extends the class beverage. So here we also can deduce and also can see that the coffee is the child class, while the beverage is the parent class. Aside from that, for the class customer, I also implement the concept of association. In the attribute of class customer, there is an attribute that states private array list beverages. So right here we already implemented the concept of association. Now aside from the classes and the concept that I've done in this project, I also contribute in the main method. From the line 251 right here until 275. So in these lines of codes, what I've done is that I made a summarization of the daily sales. So when the cashier press that they are no next customer, the system will ask whether the cashier wants to see the daily sales or not. In case the cashier press yes, that means she or he wants to see the daily sales, it will print out the total customer order. If there are no customer in that day, it will print no customer right here. But let's say if there are at least one customer, it will print out customer name, membership, how many coffees that the customer orders, and also the total price right here. So if there are 5 customers, so this for this for loop will be looping around 5 times. So that is all for my contribution in this project.
Hello everybody, I am ZAWANIE and today I would like to dive deeper into the coffee class and discuss three essential concepts in object-oriented programming, which is encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. Let's explore how these concepts are applied in the provided code. Let's start by examining the coffee class itself. The coffee class is a subclass of the beverage class, which means it inherits properties and behavior from its parent class. The line public static class coffee extend beverage define the coffee class and establish the inheritance relationship with the beverage class. The coffee class has an additional private instance variable called origin. This variable represents the origin or source of the coffee. It is declared as private string origin within the class. Being private, it can only be accessed from within the coffee class itself. The coffee class has a constructor that takes three parameters: name, price, and origin. This and also the line public coffee string name double price string origin define this constructor. The super name and price line within the constructor called the constructor of the superclass beverage, passing the name and price parameter. This ensures that the common attributes of a beverage, such as the name and price, are properly initialized through the beverage class constructor. This origin line assign the origin parameter value to the origin variable specific to the coffee class. The coffee class also includes a public getter method called getOrigin, which return the value of the origin variable when called. Additionally, the coffee class override the prepare method defined in the beverage class. The prepare method is specific to the coffee class and is used to prepare the coffee. The line public void prepare within the coffee class override the prepare method inherit from the beverage class. The overridden prepare method in the coffee class output a message indicating the name and origin of the coffee being prepared. Now let's discuss the code that prompts the user for the beverage choice and create instance of the coffee class based on the choice. The following line of the code demonstrate polymorphism and the usage of switch case statements. For integer I equal to 0, I less than num beverage, I plus plus. This line starts a loop that iterates num beverages times, allowing the user to select and create multiple beverages. So next system out dot print enter the beverage choice 1 to 8. This line prompts the user to enter a choice for the beverage from range is from 1 to 8 corresponding to different choice options. Integer beverage choice equal to scanner next in. This line strips the user's input for the beverage choice and assign it to the beverage choice variable. Scanner.next line. This line consumes the new line character left in the input buffer after reading the integer input, ensuring that subsequent scanner.next line calls do not skip user inputs. So next is beverage. This line declare a variable named beverage of type beverage. It will hold instance of different beverage types including coffee. The switch case statement determine which specified type of coffee object to create based on the user's choice. For example, case 1 beverage equal to new coffee Americano 9.50 Columbia break. If the user enter 1, it creates a new coffee object of the Americano type with the specified name, price, and origin. So case 2 beverage equal to new coffee ice Americano 10.50 Columbia break. If the user enters 2, it create a new coffee object of the ice Americano type with the specified details. Similar cases exist for the others coffee option, which is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Each creating a new coffee object with specific attributes. And for default, system.out.print line invalid beverage choice skipping. Continue. If the user enter an invalid choice, the default case is executed, printing an error message and skipping the iteration of the loop using the continue statement. Customer.add beverage. This line add the created beverage to a customer object. The add beverage method adds the beverage to a collection or performs some other action specific to the customer object. Beverage.prepare. This line calls the prepare method on the beverage object. Since beverage is of type beverage, it demonstrates polymorphism. The specific implementation of the prepare method in the coffee class will be executed based on the actual type of the object stored in beverage. So to summarize, the code showcases encapsulation by using private instance variable in the coffee class. It demonstrates inheritance by extending the beverage class to inherit its attributes and method. Furthermore, it showcases polymorphism by storing different types of coffee object in a variable of type beverage and calling methods that are polymorphic in nature. I hope this comprehensive explanation clarifies the significance of encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphisms in the coffee class and in the main code. So thank you for your attention. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, I'm Umar HAZIQ bin Muhammad NORHISAM. I am the person involved in completing customer class for this coffee shop project. There are three private attributes in this customer class, which are name, its member, and beverages. We use string variable for name attributes and Boolean variable for each member attribute, and lastly, beverages is a list of beverage objects. The class also provides some public methods. The first one is constructor. The constructor takes two parameters which are name and each member. It initializes the corresponding instance variable, which are name and each member, with the provided values. Additionally, it initializes the beverages list as an empty array list. The second method is getName. It returns the name of the customer. The third method is isMember. It returns a Boolean value indicating whether the customer is a member of the coffee shop or not a member of the coffee shop. The fourth method is addBeverage. This method takes a beverage object as a parameter and, and adds it to the beverages list. This method allows adding purchased beverages to the customer's collection. The fifth method is getBeverages. This method returns the list of beverages purchased by the customer. And lastly, we have getTotalPrice. This method calculates and returns the total price of all the beverages purchased by the customer. It iterates through the beverages list using a for each loop, retrieves the price of each beverage object using the getPrice method, and accumulates the total price. I also use encapsulation method for this project. Why did I use encapsulation method in this project? Because to ensure data encapsulation and control access to the class private variables. Specifically, encapsulation can be observed in some following lines. The first one is name. The first one is name, is member, and beverage variables are declared as private. This means that they can only be accessed and modified within the class itself. Second is getName and its member are provided to access the private name and its member variables, respectively. This method allows external code to retrieve the values of this private variable without directly accessing them. Furthermore, addBeverage method allows the addition of a beverage object to the private beverages list. This encapsulates the implementation details of how the beverages list is managed within the class. Lastly, getBeverages method returns the private beverages list. Again, this allows the external code to access the list of beverages without directly accessing the private variable. Overall, encapsulation is achieved by keeping the internal data private and providing control access to it through getter method and specific public methods for modification. This helps maintain the integrity and consistency of the class data while hiding the implementation details from external code. That's all from me. Thank you very much.
So hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Hakim bin Osman, and for my part, I do the. So now I will be presenting the output of this project. So for me, I do the main, mostly on the main. code for this project. So, and yeah, I think I will mostly be presenting the output for the project. So as you can see here, this is the main code for the project. So now I will be presenting the output. So yeah, let's see the output for the project. Okay, so yeah, as you can see here, this is the interface or the output of the project. So you can see here, this is the output of for the project. So you can see here we have the Joy Coffee Berhad, number 22, level 2 at Paradigm Mall. And then this is like the interface for the cashier at the shop. So it will firstly it will display welcome to Joy Coffee Berhad Business Management System, and then it will prompt the now the system needs us as the cashier to enter our name. So let's say I enter my name here as an example, and then the system needs our ID as the cashier name. We need it need the ID. So I just put an easy ID here. So after that, the system will show some greetings, which is welcome, and then my name and the ID and my ID here. So next, the customer name. So let's say there is a customer coming to the shop, came to the shop, and we just type the name here, customer name. So let's say we give a name, which is okay, we give a name here, and then we need to state its membership of the customer. Is it he or she a member or not a member, right? So let's say this customer time around is not a member of the coffee shop. So let's say we put N, which is no, stands for no. It's not, so this customer is not a member of the coffee shop. And then the system will give an output or display the list of coffee that are available on that day. So as you can see here, we have Americano, iced Americano, cappuccino, hot coffee latte, iced coffee latte, and so on. So next, the system will ask the cashier to enter the number of beverage that the customer wants to order. So let's say this customer wants to order 3 drinks. Okay, and then the system will ask again what beverage that the customer wants. So let's say the customer want the ice and vanilla latte. So we just press 8, which is the item code for that item, which is which is 8, item code 8, which is for the item name ice vanilla latte. So I just enter here 8, and then the system also will display the name and the name of the item according to the item code. So you can see here 8, which and the system will display iced vanilla latte coffee. So as you can see here, the item code which is 8, the item name is iced vanilla latte. So next we just choose another 2 drinks, which is for hot cafe latte, and next we will choose iced americano, which is number 2 for the item code. And then the system will show the output of the name of the customer, total item which the customer order, 3 total item which the customer order, and the total price which is 33 ringgit, and the total price which is 33 ringgit and 50 cent, which is the total number of the total sum of the price for these 3 drinks, and then the discount, which is 0 ringgit, because this customer is not a member of the coffee shop. So the total price will be 33 ringgit, and then the system also needs the cashier to enter how much did the customer pay. So let's say for this time around, the customer give us 50 ringgit, and then the system will calculate the balance, which is the total price before, and the total price minus the cash that the customer gave, which is 50 ringgit, and the balance will be 60 ringgit and 50 cent. Okay, So that's the output and the result if the customer is not a member of the coffee shop. So now I will be showing you guys what will happen if the customer is a member of the coffee shop. So we will press Y for the next customer, and then we give a name for the customer, and then we put Y again to indicate that this customer is the member of the shop. So I have the membership of the shop. So we press Y, and then it will show again the list of coffee, or the list of types of coffee that are available on that day in the coffee shop. So let's say this customer wants orders two kinds of drinks. So okay, let's say this customer order the same kind of drinks, which is the same. I- let's say this customer order two types of the same drinks. So we choose first Americano, number one, which is Americano, he and then he chose again the Americano. So as you can see here, the customer name, as you can see here, it will display the customer name again, and then it will display the total item that the customer order, which is two drinks, and then the total price before the discount, which is 90 ringgit. And keep in mind, this customer is the membership, have a membership of the coffee shop, so it will get 10% discount from the total price before. So 10% discount from the total price before, which is 90 ringgit. The customer will get 1 ringgit and 90 cents of discount from the from the from the from the membership that the customer have. So the total price now will be 70 ringgit and 10 cent, which is the result of the discount minus the total price before, which is 19 ringgit minus 1 ringgit and 90 cent. We will get 70 ringgit and 10 cent. And then let's say the customer gave 20 ringgit here, and then here, and then same as the last customer, uh, the the system will calculate the balance, which is the cash minus the total price of the drinks. So the result for the balance, which is 2 ringgit and 90 cents, which is the cash that the customer give will minus the total price of the drinks. So that's all for the example for the customer POV, and then we will press N for the next customer, which indicate no, that there is no customer after this customer. So we press N, and then the system will ask to the cashier which is, do the cashier want to view the total customer and sell for that day. So we just press Y here, which is yes. So the system will display the total number of customer and the sales for that day, which is 50 ringgit and 60 cent, and then the total discount that have been given, that having been on that day. So the gross sale will be 52 ringgit and 50 cent. So this is the customer order. It will display the name of the customer and the membership. For this instance, this customer have we typed just now. He is not a member of the customer of the shop, of the coffee shop, and then it will display what the customer order, which is ice vanilla latte, hot cafe latte, and so on. And then the total price will be 33 ringgit and 50 cents. So same goes to the other customer, which is a member of the coffee shop, and it display the total orders that the customer order, and the total price for the total order of the drinks. So after that, the system will terminate the program. So that's it for the output, and that's all from me. The presentation of the output for the project. That's all. Thank you.